She's a newlywed, has a new CD out, and shows off a hot, sexy new look in Details magazine. Please welcome Mandy Moore.
You
look good. You've had a fun couple of months because you've got this new CD out.
Yes, ma'am.
Called Amanda Lee. And you are newlywed, just got married to Ryan Adams, singer-songwriter.
Oh,
there
really?
he is.
Yeah.
So you got married, what was the date?
March 10th.
Okay, so how's it going?
It's going very, very well.
Are you still like honeymoon stage?
Yeah, it's not even been 3 months yet. So
Congratulations. That's my wedding day. Congratulations. I'm divorced, but that congratulations. When I got married.
Thank you.
Good luck.
And he even has a nickname for you, I read.
He does, yes. He calls me Bug.
Why?
Oh. I have no idea. You'd have to ask him. But I wrote a song on the record called Bug, thinking that no one would know that little secret, and somehow it got out.
Oh, no.
It's okay.
You said your wedding was quirky, and right? Didn't you say it was kind of like a quirky wedding?
Things sort of get taken a bit out of context.
Because it wasn't quirky.
It was unique. I think that's probably a better word.
In what way?
Well, we sort of did it our own style. It was just the two of us there. No.
Okay.
Nothing too wild and crazy. It was just the two of us, you know, like the two most important people were there. But you say something
in a witness?
Well, I guess, yeah. We did. We had... It was just the two of us, though. We didn't have any family members.
The person who marries you.
Yes.
Yeah, when
He
you
is the
go
witness.
down in New York, for example. Let me tell you about my marriages. The first one...
You hid your quota, I told you, Barbara.
Where was I? You know, we except for the Pictures and Details magazine, which are pretty hot.
Thank you.
But you have been known... Yeah, take a look at that. Yeah, but you've been known as the good girl. You're always called such a good girl because you never got into trouble and you're such a good girl. But now you don't want to be called a good girl.
Well, it's not that you don't want to be called a good girl, but for some reason there can be a slightly bad connotation. It can be quite limiting.
What, to be the good girl?
Well, yeah. I mean, I for some reason, I don't know if there's like a perception that there's a lack of depth. Sometimes it comes along with being the good girl and sort of having to fight the idea on the other side of things, like with the film career, of trying to be seen in a different light for other kinds of parts.
Because you were of the same generation as some of the not-so-good girls, you know, and you didn't go off and, you know, go into rehab and do drugs and so forth. That's kind of where it came from, isn't it?
Sure, which is absolutely fine. It is a compliment, and I take it as such, but you know, there's always a little bit more than what meets the eye. So to be strictly defined as
that's why you're called
being
Bug.
a good girl.
We don't know what creepy crawly things you've really done.
Well, you know, Mandy, you started in this business when you're 15 years old, and so I know at 15 I did some stuff I don't know if I want people to see, but like when you look at yourself back at that age, what do you think, girl?
Just sort of embarrassed. Really? I've been pretty vocal about being embarrassed of some of the stuff I've done when I was a kid, but just having the creative control that I have now sort of gives me a bit of
You mean you were embarrassed by
hindsight.
some of the roles you took, not by...
No, by the music, because I wasn't really allowed a lot of creative control. I was sort of just told what to do, and I was happy to have that opportunity, but, you know, as you get a little bit older and your musical taste change, you sort of want to find your own ground.
Even outside of music, I think most people kind of feel like, you know, as they get out of the teens, that's something that's quite normal. But music at that time, I mean, there was, a lump of those sort of teen stars that came out of that era. It was you, Christina Aguilera, Britney Spears, we had NSYNC, Justin Timberlake. But they all sort of kind of got lumped together in one, and you never really did. Was that something that was intentional? I read somewhere you felt as though you were left out.
I always felt like an outsider. I felt like the kid sister, maybe because I was slightly younger than all of them, but I just always felt like there was something more. I didn't feel like I really fit in, and even if I didn't know necessarily what that was.
Something Mandy Moore?
There you go. Yeah. Exactly.
Also, I was reading that you have a tremendous stage fright, that you had to be hypnotized. You know, I'm going to be hypnotized today for some crazy scat thing we're doing on this show.
Oh, my goodness.
Yes.
No,
so I know what it's like.
It's like therapy, or it was for me at least. You don't even realize that you're under hypnosis. A lot of it is just like, for me it was just like having a conversation and sort of rationalizing what the fear is. It did.
Really?
Sort of, yeah.
But you're out of it now, right?
I'm out of it now.
She's actually hypnotized right now.
Exactly.
Can you tell us, Amanda Lee's the name of your CD, that's your real name?
Yes,
I never realized that. So tell us, is this a more revealing album about who you are?
I mean, I guess, sure. I fought really hard to make this record, and I'm very, very proud of it. And I'm excited to introduce it to people and go on the road. We're actually doing a free concert in Chicago on June 15th that Gain is sponsoring, and ilovegain.com if you guys want to watch it live. But then we're going to go on tour for the rest of the summer with the record, and I can't wait for people to hear the music.
Well, we don't have to wait very long because Mandy is actually going to be back later in the show to sing a hit off her new CD, Amanda Lee. And when we come back, we're going to find out how this one, Sherry, is doing on her mission to reveal her body in a swimsuit live on The View. Don't go away. Thanks, Mandy.